Today's subject is a subject that has been hotly debated for decades, perhaps even centuries. But I'm not going to tell you what it is right now because I want you to stay tuned to this episode of New Start Teens.
You know you are what you eat, but an apple a day can keep the doctor away. We all know that motion is a law of life, so get out and start moving. Don't forget your water. 8 to 10 glasses a day is recommended. Now hold on, the sun causes cancer? I thought you needed it, right? Or wrong? Get rid of all the bad stuff, and don't forget, be moderate with the good. Fresh air is important, you know? So go get some. Proper rest is very needful. So the late night TV, yeah, that's out the window. Remember, above all, it's all pointless if you don't trust in God. Want to hear more? Welcome to New Start Teens.
Welcome to New Start Teens. I'm Rachel Leeming.
And I'm Gerard Clark.
So Gerard, what was that hot topic you were talking about?
Well, I was talking about nutrition.
That's all?
Well, more specifically, healthy versus unhealthy.
There's one problem though, Gerard.
And what problem is that?
People think they're both healthy.
Well, a lot of people think that, but I'm going to show you something a little bit different.
Here's Brooke and Shane. It's lunchtime, and they're both about to make their meal choices. Brooke loves fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and healthy desserts. She's a vegan and never consumes meat or animal products at all. She drinks lots of water and stays very active, being a dog walker. She'll have the baked potato salad with broccoli and cashew cream sauce and a garden salad with olives. Shane, on the other hand, is an avid meat eater. He eats lots of junk food, dairy products, and mostly drinks soda. He too is quite active as a part-time log splitter, but during his downtime, he watches lots of TV. He'll have the double cheeseburger, large fries, and large soda. Studies have shown that Brooke's future health outlook is quite promising based on the choices she's making now in her teens. Let's take a look at some facts. Studies show that vegetarians are up to 40% less likely to develop cancer than meat eaters. According to a peer-reviewed 1994 study by Harvard researchers, consuming beef, pork, or lamb 5 or more times a week significantly increases the risk of colon cancer. The World Cancer Research Fund found that eating processed meats such as bacon or sausage increases this risk even further. Vegetarians live longer. A March 12, 2012 peer-reviewed study of 121,342 people found that eating red meat was associated with an increased risk of death from cancer and cardiovascular disease. A peer-reviewed 2003 study found that adherence to vegetarian diets, or diets very low in meat, for 20 years or more can increase life expectancy by 3.6 years. A peer-reviewed July 9, 2001 study of Seventh-day Adventists who were vegetarian, or ate very little meat, showed longevity increases of 7.28 years for men and 4.42 years for women. On June 3, 2013, a peer-reviewed study of 73,308 people found that a vegetarian diet is associated with a 12% reduction in all-cause mortality. So, want to live longer? Start thinking about your plate. Now, recently, vegetarians and vegans have been talking about something called organic produce. But what exactly is organic?
So we are here at Three Springs Farms in Oaks, Oklahoma.
This farm is an organic farm, which means...
Well, we'll wait to ask the owners to find out. So we are here with owner Mike Appel, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this farm, Three Springs Farm. Mike, what do you grow here?
We grow over 50 different types of fruits and vegetables, everything from asparagus to zucchini. We try to grow everything that we possibly can that does well in Oklahoma.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you guys are an organic farm. What does organic mean?
Well, organic is actually something that's regulated by the federal government, so that it has a whole list of things that we can't apply. So the basic definition is that we cannot use any synthetic chemicals, and that includes fertilizers and pesticides. But organics is more than about just what you can do, it's about what we are doing, and what we are doing is really trying to take care of the soil. In organics, we feel the soil is the foundation of everything we do, and we really need to take care of it for future generations. And by taking care of the soil, we feel like you get a much more nutritious product.
Okay. Now, I heard you talking something about a cover crop that you grow. What exactly is a cover crop?
Right, behind me is a cover crop. It's something we planted in the spring. It's with oats and peas, and it's something we will not harvest. We will till it into the soil, and it will feed all that life that's in the soil. The soil has so much life, and it needs food. And so that is basically what we're doing, is feeding the soil. And in turn, the soil will feed the plants.
Okay. So when exactly do you pick your stuff? Because I know a lot of people, well, a lot of conventional growers that are, have their produce in other major grocery store chains, they pick their stuff green. When do you pick your stuff?
Right, we pick it at the peak of ripeness. And we do that for several reasons. One, it's going to taste a lot better, and two, it's going to be way more nutritious, because when fruit is picked at the peak of ripeness, it has all the nutrition that it's going to have. It's going to be way more nutrient dense than something that's picked green and ripened on the shelf.
So basically, if I bought a tomato that was bought at a conventional grocery store chain and a tomato that you had grown, your tomato would taste better, correct?
Definitely. It would taste better, and it would also be more nutritious, because that vine ripened is going to have all the nutrients that a tomato can ever have. Whereas a tomato that's picked green and ripened with ethylene gas to get to the grocery store is not going to have nearly the nutrients or the taste. It's a world of difference. They can't even be compared.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you.
So we know that fruits and veggies are a good choice for health. But is that all we can eat? Not at all. Stick around, because we're going to go shopping. Hey guys, I'm here at Ozark Natural Foods, and we are going to show you some healthier shopping choices. Purchasing potatoes is to make sure and smell them, and make sure they don't smell moldy, because if they smell moldy, you don't want to get that bag, and you want to search for a bag until it actually smells good. It's tofu, and the kind of tofu that we're purchasing today is organic, extra firm. Extra firm is generally the best one to get, and you always want to try to go with organic. Okay, we need some granola for breakfast, and you always want to check your labels and make sure that it lists whole grains. You always want to go with whole grains and never anything that's processed or refined or says enriched. And this, I'll just tell you the ingredients. It says thick cut whole grain oats, wildflower honey, dried cranberries, oil, and walnuts. So this is a really good thing to buy. You always want to check and make sure that the ingredient list isn't like this long. You want to go with as few ingredients as you possibly can. And you really want to check for those hidden sugars. Like this only has one source of sugar in it, so that is a very good buy. So we have purchased all the things we need, so now we're gonna head to the kitchen and we'll see you guys there. All right, here we are with all of the things that we just purchased at the store. And everything that we have here, we have 3 meals, and everything is very high in fiber. Now the wonderful thing about fiber is that it gives you more of a feeling of satiety. It helps you to stay fuller longer. And here we have a bowl of whole grain cereal. And when you're buying boxed cereal, you really want to make sure that it says whole grain. You don't want to buy something that's enriched. Also, another thing you want to watch out for is if it has a lot of hidden sugars. One thing that you really want to stay away from is high fructose corn syrup. That's something that's very hazardous to your health. And here we have a milk alternative. Now it's a matter of personal preference. You can choose from soy milk, rice milk, or almond milk. There's a lot of different varieties out there. Even coconut milk is a good one. And here we have a nice fruit salad, and as you can see, this has oranges in it, and so that makes it very high in vitamin C. And with the blackberries and the strawberries as well, we have a lot of antioxidants going on here. And now for our lunch over here, we have a colorful salad fresh from the garden. And here we have some oven roasted potatoes, and those look great, as well as a broiled tofu stir fry, and that looks excellent as well. And here for our supper, we have a bowl of air-popped popcorn, as well as a fruit smoothie, one for me and one for myself. And this fruit smoothie is loaded with antioxidants as well as vitamins and minerals. Now you're probably wondering, why in the world is this supper so light? Well, the reason for that is because when we eat a heavy meal in the evening time, that will interrupt our sleep patterns and make us not sleep as well. So we really want to go as light as possible with our meal in the evenings as we can, so that we have optimum rest. But you don't have to take my word for it.
So you thought all you could eat was apples and carrots, but we've shown you something better. But you don't always have to stay home and cook.
That's right. Sometimes it's nice to take a break. And these days, there are lots of restaurants that are offering vegan options.
That's right. Right now, we are here at Something Better Foods, and the food here is amazing. Right, guys? Muy buena. Well, here comes our food. But until next time, I'm Gerard Clark,
And I'm Rachel Levy.
wishing you a healthy, delicious, nutritious new start.